I'm a strong believer that every stratagem has a home. You just need to find the right loadout and the right playstyle to make it work. So what happened to these picks, these forgotten stratagems sitting at the bottom of the barrel with the lowest pick rates? Are they misunderstood and secretly good? Or are they legitimately bad? In this video, I'm breaking down 5 rarely picked stratagems, going over why they're better than you think they are, and showing loadouts that actually make them shine. Starting off with the Tesla Tower. This sentry has one of the lowest cooldowns among all sentries, so why doesn't anyone bring it? Well, if you don't know how it works, you're going to end up killing your entire team. The Tesla Tower, like all other sentries, only fires when something enters its range. The catch is, it doesn't care if that something is you or an enemy. Once you're within 23 meters of it, it starts charging, and this charging process takes around 3 seconds. If you are still within range after that, you're getting zapped and you're probably going to die. You can interrupt this charging process by either going prone, stepping outside of range, or breaking line of sight. You can break line of sight by using things like orbital smokes, eagle smoke strikes, EMS strikes, smoke grenades, or even using the environment like with these little dust balls. Now here's where it gets tricky and is what kills most people. Even if you're prone, the zaps can still chain through you. If the enemy it's targeting dies, that same arc of electricity can jump through that target to zap you as well. I've seen the same arc go through 7 enemies before killing me. It's insane. To survive the charge, wear either the 95% arc resistant armor from the cutting edge Warbond or use a Ballistic Shield. When it comes to performance, the Tesla Tower is an absolute menace against bugs. It can wipe out entire patrols and even melt impalers if you give it enough time. Against bots or the Illuminate though, it's a bit underwhelming unless you place it really well. Where it really shines is defense missions, and this works against any front. Here's my recommended loadout. Bring the Tesla Tower, incendiary mines, anti-personnel mines, and gas mines. This loadout works because of the interaction between the Tesla Tower and mines. When the Tesla Tower zaps enemies, it will cause a chain reaction setting off nearby mines, which then damages more enemies and gives the tower more time to charge up and set off another chain reaction. It's chaos, but the good kind. I mean, look at it. It's like Christmas out here. Gas strikes and gas mines don't kill off the Tesla Tower either, so you can chuck them freely to slow enemies while the tower zaps everything in range. This loadout is the ultimate wombo combo, and it's great because all you have to do is just sit back and watch. Up next is the Speargun. This weapon is like a railgun that shoots gas grenades, or an anti-material rifle with a gas-tipped round. It's ridiculously good on the automaton front. You see a Hulk, 1 shot in the eye. A Devastator, 1 shot in the eye. A Rocket Boy, 1 shot in the eye. Even if you miss, you still get to do some AoE gas damage. On the Illuminate and Terminate front, it's alright. It's not bad, but it takes quite a few shots to take out a Charger or a Harvester. But your job here isn't really to one-shot, it's to layer on gas damage. Cover for your teammates by firing into mobs that they're already targeting. The gas will deal tick damage, confuse enemies, and slow them down while your team does the real heavy lifting. This weapon also shreds structures. Bug holes, fabricators, warp ships, all of them. You can snipe them safely from any distance. In terms of loadout, you have to take the supply pack. There really is no other alternative. As powerful as this gun is, 12 shots just isn't enough. If you don't have extra ammo, it'll feel too weak and you'll find yourself running out of shots. With a supply pack though, each refill gives you 6 extra shots, so that's 24 more rounds per supply pack. And since you're already bringing a supply pack, lean into that support role. Bring a stim pistol, stun grenade, sentries, and a gamer chair. Play further back, heal, resupply, and pick off key targets. This isn't an up-close, in-your-face loadout. It's more of a distraction, heal, snipe gameplay style. Moving on to the Airburst. A buggy mess when first released, it's still a neglected pick to this day. What most people get wrong is assuming that this is an anti-tank weapon. This is the opposite of anti-tank. If you aim it at a Hulk or a Bile Titan or a War Strider, you're going to die before them. Think of this weapon like a tube loaded with Eagle cluster bombs. This is a long-range, medium armor pen weapon that's meant to deal with patrols from a distance. It's fantastic against Illuminate or automaton patrols, and it's terribly hard to use against bugs. And that's because for the most part, bots and squids stand still, but bugs come towards you. When using this weapon, you want maximum distance between you and whatever you're aiming at because of the spread of the explosion. There are two firing modes for this weapon, flak and cluster. In flak mode, the airburst shell detonates after traveling 400 meters unless it comes into close proximity or direct contact with something else. In cluster mode, the shell detonates after 0.5 seconds unless it comes into close proximity or direct contact with something else. In other words, flak mode is based on distance, while cluster mode is based on time. Here's what most players get wrong, and is why this weapon is so brutal to use against bugs. They forget the unless part. If anything gets close to the shell, it detonates instantly, usually killing you or your squad before hitting your true target. And it's such a problem against bugs because they spawn behind you, around you, under you. Personally, I wouldn't recommend using this on the bug front unless you have a really clear line of sight or you're really confident. The best time to use this weapon is during defense missions, ideally against squids. Here's the setup I would take. Airburst, any mines of your choosing, and a sentry. The bomblets from the airburst will detonate mines, which will then cause a chain reaction with other mines. This setup is disgusting against squids because there's a weird lag time when squids spawn in. The patrols just sort of stand there for a second or two before moving towards you, so while they're all clustered up, it's a perfect angle for an airburst shot. Bots behave in the same way where patrols stand still when they spawn in. So airburst shells are great for clearing them out too. And it's also pretty satisfying just watching bots getting launched off the map when the shells explode. Outside of defense missions, bring extra anti-tank. Take the Senator, a few thermites, and if you're really nervous, you can take a rail cannon strike too. Your game can be absolutely ruined by hulks or battle titans that get too close to you. So make sure you bring something to deal with the heavier enemies. All right, let's talk about the Ballistic Shield. You know, before this video, I've actually never used it, maybe once, but even then I don't remember it. It was so memorable that I forgot about it. But I'll say this. When I was testing it for this video, it was much more durable than I thought it was. On bugs, carrying the shield makes no sense. Bugs are the one faction where it feels like things spawn from behind you, next to you, around you. I mean, with the last patch, we had rupture spewers that spawn under you. It just doesn't make sense to bring it there because you won't be able to block anything. On bots, though, it's surprisingly solid. With a Senator, it can wipe out anything as long as you headshot. And even if you miss, you can buy a lot of time because you're holding a shield. The durability feels so good that it almost feels bugged. Or maybe 600 health is just more than it actually sounds because you can tank rockets, full-on shotgun blasts. I mean, look at this clip. I'm taking a whole grenade to the face here. As long as you crouch and hold up your shield, you can reload with it up, stim with it up. It's great. The one-handed weapons aren't bad either. I'd recommend the SMG Defender because of its high fire rate. It gives you more chances to hit your headshots and clear out Devastators that get too close. And the explosive crossbow is also a good pick here. On squids, the Ballistic Shield is even better. For some reason, Illuminate mobs line up in a single file and run at you. This shield can negate flesh mobs, voteless, even this swinging guy. It's a bit odd that Illuminate mobs don't really come at you from the sides, and even if they do hit you, the shield health doesn't go down by much. Overall, the Ballistic Shield is durable, likely better than you think, and actually works pretty well. I usually run a grenade launcher with it and then pair it with an eagle strafing run in case things get too close. But realistically, if you want to survive and have fun, I take a Senator or at least a Talon so you have some extra ammo and weapon flexibility outside of your one-handed SMG. Last but not least, the Shield Relay. This stratagem is a loadout liability unless both you and your squad understand how it works. I wouldn't even bother taking this into Illuminate or bug missions. This shield only blocks projectiles coming at you. It does nothing against bugs or squids. They'll just run straight through it and then likely straight through you. Against bots though, it's an entirely different story. When your squad is coordinated, the shield relay is surprisingly strong. Pick a choke point, set your turrets up, drop your resupply pods, and then call in the shield. From that moment on, everything can be funneled into one direction, which gives you cover to clean up bot drops, wipe out a part of the fortress, or stabilize whatever fight you're in. When your whole squad plays around the bubble correctly, it feels incredibly good. Yes, the shield can do with more health and a faster regen rate, but its weakness comes more from players trying to solo the map by themselves rather than embracing teamwork. When a squad moves together, the shield relay is far stronger than what its pick rate suggests. If you prefer to play solo missions, bring an anti-tank emplacement, find a tall hill, and you'll be able to empty all 30 anti-tank shells before the shield breaks. The biggest mistake players make is calling in turrets or stratagems while the shield is already active. A shield relay can maybe tank 2 hell pod drops, and after that it becomes too fragile to work properly. Let your teammates position first, wait a few seconds, then drop the shield. Even if you mess up, the 90-second cooldown means that you can throw this stratagem out constantly throughout the mission. The shield relay really shines when you see an incoming bot drop, or you need to protect an objective or defend the extraction point. It's not meant to permanently hold ground. It's more of a breathing room generator. Use it to stim, reload before moving and dealing with whatever is shooting at you. A lot of players dismiss certain stratagems simply because Reddit or YouTubers tell them to. The goal of this video is to show that not every low pick rate stratagem is actually bad. Many of them are perfectly viable once you understand when and where to use them. Too often we stick with one loadout or one weapon and then exhaust ourselves and the game because we think that there's nothing else better. But these mediocre stratagems can become overpowered if you use them correctly or get a team that supports you using them. Hopefully this video opens up some new possibilities and picks for you to try out. The learning curve is and can be really annoying. It took me quite a few hours just to get working footage of the Tesla Tower. But a niche, underused pick, when used well, can feel way better than what you've been running for the past 20, 30, 50 hours. So let me know in the comments what picks you think are underrated, and I'll catch you in the next one.